just a regular old pole. I don't want to give it a go, but I feel much more confident with the video you sent me. Tone seemed much more solid in design. Visually, too. I don't think there's any flaws with it visually.
Back in here. There we go. My bad. Sorry about that.
Hello.
Yeah,
I should
good.
make some arrows.
Sorry, I just had to deal with humans. So they were disappointed and having an argument. So chances are I'm probably not gonna survive much longer anyway, because it is 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's just turned over to 1 a.m. just now, about 2 minutes away.
I'll be.
Which is pretty crazy to think, really.
Where have we got the
That we've been
workbench?
playing this long.
Oh yeah.
Have we got a workbench here somewhere?
Pardon?
Yeah, should be.
I don't see a workbench.
I would have put one. Seen one.
You drank in sister's room.
Because when I hit the hammer on the bow, I can fix it.
I think I found it.
Redfairie is currently busy with the We Spawn Human. Has decided that also 1:30 in the morning is the correct time to wake up. So it might even be the end of the old stream part. Maybe.
Your choice, easier method or the complex. When you phrase it like that, Tone,
Oh,
I feel like it's a choice of torture or,
I've also got my two.
well, for me, torture or less torture, but
So kind of stuck in a block 22, so I know that Logan's probably watching the stream right now. I hope he feels better, and I hope that he goes to bed in a minute, has some sleep, as well as Jamesies.
that's dad code for go to bed.
A bit of a snoozy snooze, that'll be great.
I know dad code, I had a dad.
As well as your own.
I hope they go to bed is just code for go to bed.
We all do it as siblings. We all fight a lot as you're little. It goes away as you get older, okay? It's normal.
I shouldn't call him out on that.
Normal growth.
I shouldn't call him out on that. He's probably, like you said, he's probably got logbox watching.
Pickles and pickles.
Hi logbox if you're slurking in mine too, because I know you followed me the other day.
There's your drink, my dearling. It's good.
Oh. Siblings get over it. No, they don't. Some do. I can't even lie. It's a good 50-50. You might end up with a sibling who takes grudges and sibling rivalry into their old age, or you get some siblings who are just like, I don't care, leave me alone.
You bad little nest.
And the ultra rare case where you get siblings that get along from the beginning.
That's not what you normally hear.
I suppose I can't discount those cases as well.
I farted on my sister and then cracked herself up laughing for 15 minutes. She ignored you, Mum. She went to your bedroom.
That looked like it hit.
She ran straight into your room.
That looked like it missed. Still look like it hit.
No space in Blame Tiger.
Ah,
But that won't work here. You're in the wrong stream. That's
Okay.
only in the Redfairie
I
stream.
really...
Blame
Okay,
individual
all of that lack of accuracy really made me want to find the Majaga bow, and I'm upset that I've actually lost it. Maybe that's what we'll do to end the stream.
You can only blame
We're gonna
them
case...
in that
Oh.
stream group. That's
Hang on.
not for every stream that you ever
I-
watch. It's only
I
specially
need-
designed.
I need to ask Red.
totally did not.
I need to ask Red whether or not she remembers if I borrowed her bow for Moda. She's not gonna know. That's so long ago. That's
We're quite
8-9 months ago?
We're out in the middle of the stream and go, that's your fault.
I feel because I have a hunch, and I feel like that's what happened. Is I borrowed Red's Drogobo, never had my own made.
Yep.
Let's find out. Let's go make one.
Now that
That'll
Tetris
be what we do. We're gonna go make a Drogobo, and we're gonna find out if this accuracy thing is actually worth it.
Could be Petrolux Gaming had an issue with. Could happen. If Tiger's giggling, but that could also be one of her. All
Oh.
of a sudden, the IT guy makes lots of commands.
And then you sit on.
I'm good at raising girls up. Okay, so we're back at this little hut that's falling apart because we have a storm coming through. Or we did have. I got no food besides cloudberries.
Hold on.
I'm going to the pool.
Snozzberry?
Hey,
What's a
Rex, don't steal my
snozzberry?
food. That was crazy.
I can't get in. Sorry, my life.
Did J.K. Rowling ever actually answer what a snozzberry was?
I'm in. I'm in now. And I'm finished. No, I'm not really. I haven't even sat down.
Oh, that's
I haven't even sat down
a
yet.
short fuse.
Well, you know. Yeah. Can't be all happy. I'm happy. But we can't be all happy.
I barely got the words I'm in now before he was done. Yes.
Blinks back into darkness. Rips you out of darkness with weird looking carrot from Suki. Can't.
Speaking of, I thought she was joining tonight when Red said she was
She
back
was
on.
meant to be coming back, but I knew she wouldn't. She wouldn't have fallen asleep. She would have went out with her man friend. She'd be out investigating lands of awesomeness. Can't believe it's like 1:14 in the morning. What the hell, dude?
We'll have to drag her in the server sometime. We need more competitors for the arena.
We do. We do. We keep trying to say to her she has to stay. Even Red just did that as a whole part of her stream. Like, oh, we're going over to the WLC. She's like, yeah, I'm just going to get some food. I'll be back in a minute. Dun dun. She never returned. Not one of those crime videos.
Curb Your Enthusiasm theme plays. I'll be right back. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Then it goes straight to the Korean adverts. Media shop. Bum cream. Toothpaste. it's a real thing. Don't.
We'll have to get her in here sometime though. We're not as scary as we make ourselves seem.
Nah, but it's pretty fucked up. That's why most people, most people don't watch.
I
Oh,
can't.
did you hear, Bob? Did you hear? Ready? We don't need to check in anywhere anymore.
What?
Yep, that's right. As of today, apparently we don't need to barcode anywhere in South Australia.
Oh,
Yep.
What?
No, that's it. So you no longer have to get your mobile phone out. You now have to do the old barcode at the shop.
Why?
It's no longer compulsory. It's only up to yourself. I would almost say, wow, congrats if we weren't getting 2,000 to 5,000 positive cases every day.
Gonna die.
Basically, the government that we're currently in has realised that they're going to get voted out in 2 months, and it's trying to keep all the big businesses and everyone happy that they're trying to pay off. So, yeah.
where am I heading? The wrong way. I'm heading to Pine Hut, actually. There's
a
an
bribe
adventure.
system. They've
But-
cut off a whole bunch of new things that they're displaced to prevent stuff.
Once we get to Pine
They are
Hut,
predicting that overseas travel will
can
start
jump
again as
home.
of the end of this month, which is like tomorrow.
how
Yeah.
did that miss?
Yeah. So end of mass tyranny, as they call it, by the end of the following month.
Wait, what? Next month's no mask.
Yep.
More
That's another
black
thing they're
metal.
putting up.
Like we need more of that.
Yeah, I'm a bit
It's not by accomplishment, just by sheer greed. And I want to keep myself voted in for the next public election. That's all that it's come down to.
I was gonna say we were doing better when we were locked down and actually wearing masks compared.
Yeah, we were. We were the only country on the planet not to have infections. So.
ITO. Did I hit a single arrow here? Alrighty, I think I can unmute the Discord for my own sanity. Sounds like they're just screaming about hitting each other. Still playing? Yes, I am still playing. Did we disconnect? My settings were flipped. Let me unmute the Discord.
Where's the microscope?
I have a bow skill. 51. Wow, really?
Yes, it's pretty
51 with bows. That's pathetic. I was 60 a week ago. Every time I get to 60, I swear, I lose bow skill.
Small PP.
Welcome back, Prometheus. I had a conniption in my brain when I tried remembering the name, even though I should just read it in front of me.
Okay, come on.
Welcome back. Well balanced.
You tabletop dancing.
I
Bow skill of 51, but I have a theory that the lower skill bows are better the higher skill you go.
Oh, hang on. You go.
Not better flat. Like, you still do more damage and you're still going to shoot back better than what I'm doing. But I have a feeling the draw time is static, isn't it? Draw time 6 per second.
How can you dance?
No, the draw time is based on skill. So that's the thing that I would need to test. Whether or not Fine Bow draws faster. Yeah, we're going to make that Draga thing and we're actually going to have a look what it's like. Because honestly, the worst thing about the Fine Bow is that it is just inaccurate long distance.
Telsey, hold on, I'll be back. If it's Aussies, hold on.
So, we're gonna go find out what the recipe is. We can look up the recipe while we're at Pine Hut over here. Or as it's affectionately called, onlytrolls.com. Since we're walking through the front gates, I suppose you'll find out why.
You said no, there's
This distance, Bo's not able to hit that far.
Crazy staring at Barbie.
you doing? I can still hear me though.
Can still hit pretty accurately. It's definitely one of those things where I don't think more accurately will ever be a bad thing. I should watch my health. I'm actually low on food. I gave Asper all of my deamines.
Booty shake. You want it to work?
Yeah, that one. I don't know if that's working.
Show you how it's done. Right.
Oh! Yeah, that one.
Oh, what was that?
That's not it. Yeah, shift.
Welcome to
Shift. No, control.
onlytrolls.com.
Booty shake. Booty shake. I have no idea.
I'm sure you have no idea why it's got the name.
Yeah, you just sit there, man. Booty.
No idea at all.
You have another coin.
One of the messages didn't display. Oh, might have been my internet dropping out then. Like I said, I noticed a bunch of my stuff, my widgets and backend stuff in OBS was starting acting weird. We might have had a short disconnect, but
Ooh.
Draga thing at the forge? 20 silver, 10 guck. I don't think we have either of those. I would have to steal them.
Where's he sneaking off to?
I don't know. He's not dancing.
Where's he sneaking to?
Did you get a message about it not being displayed?
He's
Like,
hiding behind the
did it
bar,
tell you that it...
He's just
hiding in the back of the bar, stealing all the good stuff, and he's like slinking out of here and running. He's all.
I suddenly don't know if it was actually lag. I'm curious if it was something else. Mm.
Look at that. Look at that. Look.
I don't have a lot of filtering on the channel.
I gotta give him my coins. I gotta get him.
No, on the screen. Okay, well my chat doesn't have anything... Like, what is on the overlay is exactly what I see in chat.
Where did that go? Where did that go?
All I see is testing. Weird, one of my messages didn't display. That's all I've got. So there was definitely one that didn't send. I don't know if it's my end or not.
Yeah, see?
Oh god.
I always do that for Greg Guard, not you guys. Fuck you guys.
Let's head back home, I suppose, and find out if we have any guck.
Enjoying the show, Gregor?
Hey there, hey.
Yeah, Gregor might have fallen asleep. I don't know.
Man, I feel like an arrow.
It'd be 3 in the morning for him, wouldn't it?
Yep.
10. What else do I need? Oh shit, where do those nails go? Oh no, the nails are still at the thing.
Oh, look, I can even be.
You bought Burnout Paradise and Valheim.
Back to the
Well, welcome to the absolute addicting mess
Phone's
that
ringing
is
again.
Valheim. Up 2 guck. Didn't someone say...
Superman.
Didn't someone say that blobs drop guck now?
Yeah, someone did say that.
What do we need? 10 guck, 10 silver. Let's go check. I don't think I have that much silver. We can take the guck down to Stone Hut, which is where all the silver is.
Hey, what are you breaking the place apart for?
Let's have a look. Where's Stone Hut?
I was just watching you.
Bye.
Look at the decking.
Building with a controller ain't
Right.
bad.
Weekend
Interesting.
at Greydars. Let's move him.
It didn't scare you? How dare he not scare you?
Weekend at Greydars. Let's go. We're gonna move him.
Where to?
Gregor.
Anywhere but here.
Building with a controller ain't
Weekend at
bad.
Greydars.
I honestly, I've never thought to try Valheim with a controller.
Absolutely. We're gonna move him somewhere.
He went straight.
Well, let's have a look. Man, I feel like an arrow. What does Redfairie clicked now?
Through the portal.
Oh, we can't push him. Well, we can't push him.
What does
Oh,
red
he won't
clips
be
now?
supposed to put him through
Which
the
clips?
planes.
Paste.
Maybe the water.
What is this?
Yeah, because he might not die in there.
Yeah.
He's all the
He's just.
creatures.
If he's just.
You really can't.
Not
because we
loading?
built it
Okay,
now,
took a
so we
while.
can't put him in there.
Okay, we have enough silver, we just need the guck.
Down the Enjoying the show, Gregor.
Down
Sorry.
on the ramp we go. Hey
Man.
there, hey, you've
Yeah.
been there for a while.
Red. Might have fallen asleep. I don't know.
Man, I feel like an arrow.
Get
Up the stairs, bro.
Don't pass out around.
Why is he still moving forward this way?
So I'm trying to push him down that way.
Oh, you want to go that way?
Enjoy the show,
What?
Gregor.
We can push him in.
What a clip.
He's out. Hey, he's been
Yeah,
out for a while.
I can't tap out either. Is that
Man,
just repeating?
I feel like an
It
arrow.
is. It's a Twitch clip. Okay, hang on. I can't tab out while portaling.
We do. We honestly do. Don't hate me for this, alright?
Yeah.
Don't
Alright.
ever
I
pass
agree.
out around us.
It's not.
Oh, there you
it's
go.
not
Don't
my
get us
idea.
unassigned.
Might not have been as scary when it isn't that
These
tiny, but
savages. What else
definitely
did you
couldn't see what was happening, and I'm going to leave it at that. I won't ever find out.
The rest is on you two.
I'm staying out then.
Okay, I'll push him in.
I'll leave him on the ledge there. Leave him. Don't go any further.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna push him in. Okay, that's fine.
Not
Not yet. Ah, yeah.
Need some getting used to, but other than menu BS. Oh, so you use mouse for the menus, so all of the inventory sorting. You know, yeah. I feel like there is no sorting unless you have a mouse, is there?
You'll be fine.
The controller would probably just be control clicking everything. Like it would just
It's
Toggle.
like food wears out. That's when the issue becomes.
Yeah, but the problem is you can jump in the water and not move.
Yeah, you can push him.
If you jump in the water and not move, doesn't matter if you don't have food, nothing happens.
You can push him.
I didn't want to push him in the water.
See, push
Sorry,
him.
Greg. We're trying to save you now.
I think it might be worth remembering if he has fallen asleep, this is a rescue for the future.
So have you claimed another bed there, babe? Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm just gonna float here with Greggar until we both die. Oh no! Who's drowning?
No.
Tiger.
Okay.
Don't move! Don't move! That is a secret of water. You can float there for days, server days, in fact. You could disconnect, reconnect, and be in there a month later. As long as you don't move, you don't lose.
Hey, maybe we could push him with the boat.
No, I think maybe we best leave Greg alone now.
Yeah, he's fine.
Poor Greg.
You know,
Yeah,
it's not
poor
like some
Greggar.
master's gonna get the power and then turn around and push him further into the ocean.
Oh, hey, leave him be.
I'm not. I'm not pushing him anywhere. I'm pushing him back.
We've already got one Greg corpse. We better not get another one.
Oh, there we go. Hi, darling.
ITO. Oh, the child has re-arisen. It's very short-lived. What are you hitting?
Well, I can't let you watch the stream because Daddy is streaming, sweetheart.
You can come sit with Mummy though.
You can go sit with Mummy and watch Daddy stream. No. I'm sorry, sweetie pie. But Daddy's streaming at the moment, not Mummy.
You can come sit with Mummy.
You want to watch Mummy in the morning? Well, Mummy doesn't sleep until... Christ knows. What are you crying for?
Sit with Mummy and we can watch Daddy together.
I'll play with you tomorrow, I promise. Okay? Yeah.
I might
Children are
go out
both like the best
and I'll
thing
go
and the
serve
worst
supper
thing,
with
I
the
feel
kidlet
like.
and we can watch a movie together.
Ah,
I feel bad about this. I feel really, really guilty about Gregor. Oh, Gregor. We love Gregor.
we love him, but also
Wish he would come back
Gregor.
in.
I'll get him out of the water, god damn it.
No. Well, he's probably better
he'd
off
say the darndest things.
You move him too much, he might drown.
Can't drown. Unless you swim, you can't drown.
True. I'm
We have
gonna
five
take
wood.
that and I'll go sit with
He's fine.
Yeah, wake up, Gregor, wake up.
Yeah.
He is fine.
If we chant his name 3 times every 10 minutes for the next half hour, maybe he will return. The summoning ritual will be complete.
I'm pretty sure I could just turn around and log into the server and kick him out.
He'll be fine, like you said, if he doesn't move, he's safe.
As long as he doesn't move, he'll be fine. Like, even if he gets to the lowest health, I have nothing. I have no food left. I'm still able to turn around and swim back to the rock.
Yeah. It's not like it's very deep here.
Bloody well cooked all of my necktails, didn't
in
I?
the middle of a freaking
It's
ocean
not like
on
the
this
lobsters
server.
that we turn around and went and sacrificed just before.
I was in the
Oh,
middle
same
of the
rules
map
apply. If the lobsters didn't
and was
swim, they'd
still
be
able to
fine.
make it back. Wake
Yeah,
up!
wake
I'm
up,
already
Jeff.
awake.
Wake up, Jack!
Stop
Uh,
making this clown, son of a bitches.
I'm gonna go cook the barbecue.
It's not because I'm thinking of the purple. We go.
Oh dear.
Wake up, Jeff. Everybody's dreaming. Wake up,
God,
Jeff.
she knows
Welcome to the show. Who doesn't know the Wiggles? Come on.
I tend to block that part out of my history.
Hey, Murray. Yeah.
Toot toot chugga chugga big red car is a banger, okay?
Remember that?
Doot, chugga, chugga,
Big red car. Travel near and you
Drive it here
travel
and drive
far.
it far. Toot, toot, chugga, chugga, big red car.
Gonna
We gotta
drive the whole
ride
day
the whole
long.
day long.
What is it?
Do do do.
We tried to wake you up, Gregor, but obviously that didn't work.
Anthony's in the front seat.
Shouldn't pass out in a
Well, as a last resort, if all the singing doesn't bring him back from the dead, I don't think much will.
I was trying to get typing, not to.
Well, what if we build?
By the way-
I'm gonna go build the. I know what I'll go build.
How have I lost my bukeberries?
Diving board.
How have I lost my bukeberries? They're over in the other hut, aren't they?
We'll
I'll
go-
come play
Okay,
with you.
okay.
Okay, my dear.
As I said,
Well-
I'm happy to go play.
It's
like-
all good. It's all good. It
Do
is
I have
till
cloudberries here?
1:30 in the morning, so it's fine.
That's the best time for children to be awake and active.
Yeah, I know.
Nightmares are great.
So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised he is asleep in real life. Maybe he's asleep or dead.
Well, if he's
We'll find out tomorrow in Will he awake?
he's East Coast, so he could be like 4 or 5 a.m. right?
Yeah.
East Coast. They're only like half an hour in front of us, though.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Honestly, if you're coming in to wake me up, Scarlett, we are watching the new Mortal Kombat movie again.
Oh no.
Apparently, the movie she wants to watch is that new monster.
No,
Hotel
no,
Transylvania.
no, it's not. It's the new Mortal Kombat movie. She's scummy, where the people die and blood goes.
Okay.
Mm.
Before it was.
She wants to watch Mortal Kombat.
She was telling me just before it was where Johnny turns into a dragon.
You haven't.
Johnny? Or is it where the Kano?
I think Monsters was out yet.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out.
What's it on?
So
Amazon
apparently we're watching Mortal Kombat.
Netflix. I gotta check this out, Netflix.
No,
There'll be a
no,
time with how you skill with the thing you need. Like it's like you are a baby and need to learn everything.
The
Yes,
problem with the
you
new
actually
version
arrived
is
freshly
I don't-
dead to
I enjoyed
Valheim.
the movie,
I
but
think
not
this
as
is
much as other
the
one.
Norse version of
Hotel
Purgatory. So
Transylvania. This time
you have
two of the
Valhalla,
lead
which to my knowledge is
actors don't
heaven.
return. So
I think
Adam
Valheim
Sandler
is that
doesn't
version of
return.
Purgatory, and
Count
the
Dracula.
little dialogue when you start the game out that it gives you
Count Drac.
has a whole lot of
They
stuff
add another
about
guy that's actually a YouTube
creatures being banished here, and it seems
impersonator.
like you're on a mission to just
Comes
kill
in,
them
he does, like, an
in the
okay
banished. And that's the
job,
thing, right? The word banished makes you
but
think this is like a
he's
purgatory,
not Adam
if not just an
Sandler. He can
outright
pick it
hell
up.
of sorts.
Like, you know, the voice is not as high pitch, I think, is the best way to put it. He can do some of the lines that you go, wow, that's really close.
Would like to have.
But just the
Would like
general
to get all unlocked and
voice
special
of
things get
watching
only
the
in
movie, you
Trudius
know
after bosses are killed.
that he's not Adam Sandler. The other guy that comes in though, that's replaced. He's a chubby. dude
I
that
think
always
I'm
wears-
following. Like you just want the recipes. You don't want to have to go around and explore. But
Yep.
well, maybe that phrasing gave it away. I think the forcing you to explore and
The other dude
go
that
out and
replaced
find
him
things
was-
is
which was in
the inciting element to make you actually
yes, I know.
discover enemies and discover the dangers of the world. It would happen naturally too to people who are extrovert players. They would go out naturally and they would look for things
Frankenstein,
naturally.
But you cannot tell the difference. The dude that does that nails.
Although the phrasing of the
Exactly
question
like
makes me
that
wonder
dude.
if you're more of a...
You wouldn't pick it in a million years.
If that is the phrasing, I believe.
Adam
Introverted,
Sandler has
extroverted
such
players.
Unique
Unique
voice
voice.
style.
There, maybe there is a different phrasing, but I remember it being explained while I was watching a bunch of Minecraft stuff. Introverted players are people that want to build and don't really explore. I am definitely a introverted player. The turnip stew. I have definitely over... This is all pre-Hearth and Home. I made this much turnip stew before Hearth and Home, and it just sort of
But it's just the earlier on period.
isn't very useful anymore.
I can tell.
It's great mid to late, like mid to early late game food. Like if you're fighting Moda or Bone Mass, this is your go-to, right?
He gets from his voice.
But
Oh my God, Mavis!
it's just like I'll take a stack with me when I'm going anywhere because it is cheap and I made
very
fun of it.
specific to.
You would have seen the farm. That's not the farm.
However, for
The
kids,
farm.
they've got no.
That is all of my work in that chest. That's what I was doing for 5-6 weeks straight, prepping for bosses. And that chest is the result. So slowly I've been getting through it. It used to actually be full. Like genuinely, all of those were 10 stacked high.
Same voice, sort of. And he loved the movie.
I need to figure out where I'm putting all this stuff. I also need to drop off... Okay. Let's actually focus here. Let's empty our inventory and reset.
This makes no
We
sense.
have...
There's a bit of a moment.
Yeah, it kind of was, because it jumped into
Berries.
Transylvania 4. So basically, the storyline that I'll give you briefly is...
Wait, we are out of strawberries. How do we have so many?
He met that crazy bird from the third movie. He's
Yeah.
adopted
How do we have so many blueberries and not that many
I
strawberries?
forgive you for everything that happened in the third movie where he tried to tame the Kraken and kill both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can make jam,
Yep, so he's...
Now he's fine.
deer meat, and I can
So
make
it's basically his father-in-law. So
deer
the
meat and
father-in-law
carrot.
lives in the house.
Carrot. I
All
have
of a sudden, he's
37.
like decided that, hey, I'm going to retire. I don't want to run the castle anymore.
Deer meat.
He
We can make
absolutely
some deer
trusts
stew. That'd be good.
Mavis with
Deer stew would be on par with a turnip stew. We can make a bunch of that.
after the hotel, but now for some reason after 2 movies doesn't trust Johnny anymore, which makes no sense because the last 2 movies were built off of him. Oh, nice. So the last 2 movies were basically him trusting Johnny. Even the first movie was him trusting Johnny. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was him building trust with humans. That was kind of weird to start the movie that all of a sudden from the last 2 movies, he'd done a complete 180. Yeah, Mavis could run this, but not Johnny. I don't trust Johnny. I don't think
Can
Johnny...
we make Queen's jam as well?
all of a
I
sudden...
forget how much Queen's jam we have. Deer stew and turnip stew are the upgrade to Queen's jam, and whatever equivalent Queen's jam has.
Yeah, that's because Adam Sandler was not part of the
The-
production team.
I think
for
even the
storyline.
sauce. No, the sauce does not outclass
the other
the
3 movies.
45 and 15 versus 40 and 13.
Yeah, so the movie gets really
stacks
good.
of
It's got
that.
a cool storyline halfway through, well past.
The best food I'm
the
keeping
main
in here in lowest to highest. I think we end with 80.
But you can see why it did like 22.
Wow, serpent stew is 80. Log spy is only 75.
which is the main
70,
reviewing site because
55,
the storyline, as
45.
they said,
Are
didn't
we
add
missing
up
some?
to the rest of the storylines that had been built.
50, 65, 55. I don't like that order. I know exactly why I put that in that order because I don't like the
Happy to be able to
other order.
all of a sudden come.
Why is my
across
brain
and
like
make
this?
YouTube
Who knows?
videos.
Absolute
able to go,
mystery.
Whoa, here
70,
I am. I'm a voice actor,
75.
and now I get to play Adam Sandler in this blockbuster movie.
You ready, Red? Ah, I fooled! Try that again. Get up here.
Bam! You almost hit the ground, don't you? Like, it's cool. Hi, baby.
It's early.
It is very early in the morning, my sweetheart.
Yo, bud.
Oh, no,
Keep
triple land
bones.
on
I think
Gregor.
bones are over in.
What?
Bones are over in the other chest.
You naughty boy.
Let's get rid of the rest of these deer stew.
Come try the new diving
I
board.
Gosh,
can't,
food
I'm
game.
drowning.
I pick and choose.
Trying to rescue Drakkar.
I was
There is the situation for either.
stand on his head and then walk out.
Traditionally, if I am just wandering around, especially now with the fuelings spawning, if I'm just wandering around in the plains is late game food, no compromise. Take your late game food as much as you can, right? You don't mess around on the plains. If I'm in the Black Forest or if I'm just in the Potamy Mountains,
No, it doesn't count. Unacceptable.
Yeah, it does.
it's any combination of 2 HP, 1 stamina, I think, for me.
Yeah.
Pig and whistle
Ready?
tab. Pig and whistle pub's closed.
That.
Running.
Oh my lord.
You almost, I think you touched that ground then.
I reckon I did. Plus, it also increases the swimming skills, so the all-important swimming.
Right.
Alright. I'm gonna try that. Hold on.
If I am literally
And then when you hit the top,
pottering around in my own garden,
Oh no. I'm
I'll eat 3 of anything. 3 of anything is better than nothing.
bounce.
So that's why I will always have cooked meats on me. I really regret cooking that grilled neck tail. But honey is an absolute staple. Have to have honey on you 24/7 because it's in such surplus.
I didn't hit
And it's the
bottom.
cheapest and quickest produced stamina item that isn't terrible. You can get it for free. If you have enough beehives, it just produces every 5-10 minutes you get 1 honey per beehive.
On my screen.
I am still
Nice.
a little low, like I don't have a surplus, I would say, but I definitely have enough to not really be worried about eating it on the
Tiffy's
regular.
turn.
Alright, I'm going up.
Now,
There.
Come on, Tiffy. You can do it.
40,
Oh.
55. It's also great, but also
That's great.
there are nightmares sometimes, right? But that's so great.
I'm running out of
Alrighty.
breath.
Now we have extra deer stew.
Boing.
It's gonna do that. Wait, do I have... Oh no, that's the Maidens thing we're doing the Abyssal Razor on,
1
isn't
point
it?
for me. We've got a little judge here. Apparently 1 point for Mum.
1 point for Tiffy.
1
Yeah.
point for Tiffy. Here we go.
Landing on
What
my
are they doing?
head. I landed on your head. I jumped off the head.
No, Prometheus, it's not anything to do with the social interaction. It is talking about the game mechanics. So, introverted, in specific to Minecraft, and I'm sure I am using the wrong word.
We've got a
I would
score
have to
in the-
find the
Oh, right.
essay
That's
on it. But it was basically that there are 2 types of players in Minecraft. There are people that want to build and create, and there are people that want to go slay the Ender Dragon.
That is away.
There are people that want to go do those underwater ruins. There are people that want to go and explore all of the cool stuff that's in the game. And then the people that just want to build.
Oh,
The reason I found it so interesting, especially in the aspect of Minecraft, is that they are diametrically opposed. You cannot balance Minecraft for the people who want to build and also balance the game for the people who want to explore.
yep.
I'd make a small.
They are
penis joke, but there's
conflicting-
been plenty of them
They're
tonight.
conflicting design points. At least that was the hypothesis of the video. I tend to agree that they would be conflicting design points because the again, I'm starting to believe it is the wrong word, but the introverted player would be more inclined to just sit in the same spot and perfect that garden, build that house, make a mansion.
Okay, I'll do that too. Ready?
The
I'll just run.
separate to creative mode, but perhaps you could have a correlation where the introverted player would be more likely to play in creative and just mess around and build things that they think are really awesome.
Oh, what the hell's happened there?
Uncase the mace.
I'd have to rewatch the essay because I am almost certain, and it's bugging me now, that I'm getting the phrases he used completely wrong. By the way,
Yep.
Crazy made some spiders for the
Spent the last 20
Halloween
minutes
update.
Watching you guys just jump in the pool.
Gotta mute my.
Were you going to come jump?
No!
The Scarlet wants to see Daddy jump.
But I got no food.
You do. There's some. Your food is by the kiln on the outside. I saved it from the grey dwarfs the other day.
Just need to check that the weather change wasn't an event just now.
Oh, now we've got a storm coming. Nice.
I think they did pretty well here with the spiders. Honestly, this freaking design here, super intricate floral pattern, amazes me to no end. I absolutely love, almost like, it's not a thing, an infinity starfish though.
What's that you made to
Like
trap
a,
me?
oh, there's a Pokemon actually. Is it star free?
It's out here.
I think it's the one Misty has, but it's like, I swear there's an evolution of that Pokemon that just has like more fins.
I'm gonna dry off inside.
Throw him back.
Unlikely.
What?
Really cool though. I think he did really, really well with that design.
Look, she's being brave in the rain. Look.
Yeah.
Better than jumping on, I suppose.
I have sorted out most of my inventory.
Whoa! What a big jump that was.
Yeah, I need to swim. Swim. Swim.
I don't really, yeah, I think honestly, Starmie, is that the name of the Pokemon? Thank you so much.
I'm good.
Star free, honestly, not that far
Hey,
off.
Mace, how's it going, buddy?
Not that far off, I'll take that.
We're playing around with a diving board.
I really need to go collect red berries. What's weird is I have so many red berry bushes next to my house. If I checked the red berry bushes here, every time I came back home, I'd have plenty of red berries. Unless they've been destroyed, I should have 4 or 5.
Are you gonna try and make a neck runner?
Hey, I wonder. We gotta stay away. 'Cause I want to see if he
Wasn't
jumps
it
off.
Oh my lord, that was so high.
Pigs or something.
So left.
I want to see if it comes off the diving
Okay.
board.
That time's the charm.
Bring his neck up.
That is really actually not easy without the crosshair. It's such a challenge to hit a shot without the crosshair enabled. Do I not have any more berry bushes?
Run.
Or rather, I should say I know I have more. Where are they? There they are.
Put it here because it'll show none of that one.
Staryu was the first one, and the evolution is Starmie.
Yeah, he doesn't come up.
Come on then.
Boink.
Oh, big wave! Boom!
You really need surfboards in this.
Yeah.
Okay, Staryu, I'm pretty sure is the one Misty has.
Stuff buns.
Yeah, okay, they do just add more spikes for Starmie.
Where?
My memory has not failed. Why do I remember
Can you do
stuff like that, but I won't remember yesterday or conversations I had last week?
You wanna jump?
Why is my brain like this? That I'll remember. I wasn't even into Pokemon as a kid. That wasn't my thing. I missed out on the Game Boy Advance. I never had access to the Game Boy Color. My first Nintendo console was the Nintendo 3DS XL, and I bought it myself. When I had a job, kind of deal. So I completely missed the Pokemon train. I started Pokemon at Pokemon Black. The only reference point I have for Pokemon is the show. And even then, I was like a Saturday morning only kind of TV kid. Saturday mornings, I was allowed to get up and I was allowed to watch the TV because there wasn't any school. And yet, still, that's all it took. And apparently, I may have to remember some basic early generation Pokemon. What do we have here?
So I forgot the simple mechanic that you need a workbench to be able to raise ground. I was going to raise up ground and put a buoy there, but do one. But
Yeah. I am super badly pottering around without doing anything at the moment.
a massive bridge all the way out to the middle. Oh, the bridge.
Oh, Tone, if you're still there, I will say the situational thing about stamina and food that I mentioned before. Look, there's Thor. It has bitten me in the ass, absolutely. There are times where I have thought all I needed was stamina, like moving the cart. Sometimes you have to sprint with the cart and you need more stamina to get further,
Simple thing.
especially when you're running up mountains. There have been a few times recently where I've been using that more and more, where I'll get
You
healing
kind of
spawn,
miss it
especially
a
in
bit.
this server,
We managed to
you just get
5 locks on a,
caught
on a boat.
out by enemies spawning more commonly or more frequently than you think. I mean, it almost happened in the Shield Maiden server today. You have a lot of stamina
And then we had to
to
sacrifice
to swing with, to attack with, so long as you don't get hit because you don't have a lot of health, you're fine.
So we sacrificed 5 logs.
I think it was today when we were saving Suki today in the Shield Maiden server,
Sacrificed his life as well.
or helping her survive, or
Science.
whatever the case. There were 2 shamans, and we had, I think, 2 stamina and maybe 1 food.
Good job, that one.
Absolutely messed me up because I was already half health from a previous fight. Trying to fight 2 shamans that can just poison you for free unless you dodge
Hi.
definitely wasn't exactly working out.
You can have a crack at the
Diving
diamond
board.
board?
No.
Yeah.
Get your own diving board. There's no way I could ever
Look,
get up the
there's
top of
Daddy.
it.
Let's push more.
And then you sprint and jump.
I really am.
No, don't push me off. I would never.
Pardon me.
Never push
I
anyone.
really am just tending the garden right now. This is...
Whereas Greg got logged
I
in.
think this is definitely the end of the day for me.
Really, really bad about that actually.
Why?
Kill Daddy.
Just feel guilty.
He's not gonna die.
I know. I hope not. Otherwise we'll have a memorial for
Bad
Saturday.
now.
God, otherwise all the times that I've died from stupid stuff.
Get up there.
I know.
Get up there, man. Yeah, get up there and run.
We'll get this.
Oh, it's funny you just.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I missed him.
Always 1 HP, 2 stamina. As long as you have 1. So long as you have more stamina, you can run. Interesting.
I'm gonna drown.
That's probably the safer bet, right? And there is a balance to it as well. Like, for me, if I need to go and do something important, I usually just grab a couple of stamina items like this, and then you can go down and grab, you know, sausages are a good mid-game for me. That combo would be like, I'm going to do something that isn't in the plains. Like hunt trolls. Just take those and you're basically fine. It's a bit overkill.
I've got to ask Dad, do I?
But-
I've got to ask Dad if it's okay if
I mean, there's nothing wrong with
drive.
Yeah.
being safe rather than sorry. Pardon me.
Dad says no, I can't. Hey?
Usually I only run into problems
Can't. This is I'm not allowed to.
when...
Only if Scarlet says it's okay.
But she's wet.
Usually I only run into problems when I stack 3 stamina items, because then even great orbs can mess me up. Even when they're only doing like 5-6 damage, the brutes do 5-6 damage through some, you know, I have a ton of armor, but that still stacks up. Like when you only have 30-40 health because you ate a ton of stamina items, you really don't want to be wasting all of that health just being whacked around.
He does have a sword in his.
Although, I do need to test, right? Because they say that max health affects how much you can block. But there is a block armor stat. But then they say max health affects it. So if I have... I tested this too. So the black metal sword against the troll was able to stagger him and I was fine. I took the black metal sword off and I got staggered. But then you also have skill for unarmed.
That's why. There's men are all over there, and I don't know why I clicked.
Hey, up.
There's a lot of variables that I would like to know how they work, but I'm a little clueless on it. Oh, these damn necktails. Rip all of my necktails. Every single one of them.
Good night.
Can you hear him?
What have you done?
He's going to bed.
I tested with a troll. I took the black metal sword off and I wasn't able to block.
Hey.
Actually, probably in a minute, realistically, I probably will go to bed considering it's like 2 o'clock.
But he didn't hit me for a lot because I still had my padded armor on.
Yeah, I know you like to watch this, my sweetie.
Dad's got to watch Mortal Kombat.
So I would like, oh, we were gonna end on the driver thing, weren't we? I would like, we need guck. That's a next time thing. We'll go guck hunting in the swamp next time.
You just have to
I'll even write that on my titles. I've got a titles document. We'll go guck hunting in the swamp.
We'll watch more movies later.
Rip!
Dad's
That's not how you rejoin the game from alt-tabbing. Did that meat just get obliterated?
Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys later.
I think I obliterated the meat. Maybe I shouldn't have the hammer up.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, that's fine. They're a little further out now. It's easy to hit.
And
Oops.
jumping into this stream for nearly 5 hours.
The map might just be safer because even if you click the map, all it does is create a marker.
Hours that you've been here as a group collectively. So no wonder we've lost some players to sleep. Like Grader, that's made drown from Thor. You can see Thor made drown. He made drown when he wakes up. Honestly, he'll be fine. What will happen is he'll wake up, he'll wiggle around and go, holy crap, I'm not meant to be here.
If you give me the opportunity to spawn, item, and cheat, I will certainly do it.
I mean,
hey,
we've had
it's up to you if that's how you want to play the game.
ocean.
Everyone's got their way of playing Valheim. I was watching, like I said, I was watching Mace the other day.
I don't think I've laughed so hard trying to get these lobsters home.
I was watching Mace when Warlock shouted him the other night, and seeing him with all the mods and everything looked so cool. I don't think I could ever do
So
that.
there's just not
To me,
enough stability.
I've definitely learnt through experience that once you start modding a game, it's hard to go backwards. Once you know what the extra mods and extra content are like, it's really hard to go backwards.
Should be able to as a merch.
I struggle with Fallout, I modded and I never looked back and I don't regret it, but it's fair to say, like, without the mods it doesn't feel the same. It's, everyone has their way though, you know, like, because I modded Fallout, I'm fine with that, but I don't think I could ever mod Valheim.
Maybe that's coming, maybe we're getting our own ropes.
Maybe, because rope would be a huge and...
I feel like that's a bridge, because, I mean, well, sort of elaborate, that was what I felt while watching the stream. It's like, everything looks so cool. But I feel like once you've modded the Mistlands in and the Deep North in, the vanilla game is probably only going to be...
Should be the next step in the game.
As good as that, or not as good as that, more likely.
Yeah, we don't have to have a
It was like setting up for the mod stuff, I think. Look, no problem with it. Everyone has their own way. That's what I want to focus on, right? But it did seem like it made it so much more fun than what I imagined the vanilla Mistlands will be.
I don't think there's anything else.
That I find, for me, it would be going backwards would kill the game. You couldn't do it. You would have to stick with the mod. When the Mistlands come out and it breaks the mod, you'd be like, well, damn, this version of the Mistlands sucks. It could just be me.
I don't know. What else do I need to talk about?
I was meant to just say everyone has their own way of playing the game, okay? That's all I should have stopped that. Because it is true. Everyone has that taste.
Screen, so we're gonna go raid.
We'll go keep this Vibeheim going.
We'll go continue the Vibeheim. I'll see what I've got on my list. I do have select little.
I wouldn't
that
dare to modern Valheim. I can interpret. I just can't do simple English tone. You write a normal sentence, I struggle. If you actually misspell a word, I'm usually fine. Usually, we'll stick with usually. Dude Boy Orc Boy is currently streaming his own event with nearly 50 people, so I don't think they really... What do we have?
So, I think...
Wouldn't dare to modern Valheim, seeing how people lost their game due to mods got screwed up. Yeah, that's another point too. I mean, modding is always going to be a risk. I'm well aware of that with Fallout. I'm also...
I feel like I'm
fairly well aware that the save state stuff too, like, for example, like simple ones and zeros, right? If you mod in deer hide 2, so you have deer hide and deer hide 2, and they are two separate items. if you remove that mod for deer hide too, that's still in your inventory. You can kill the save.
16. We got Lena on 5.
Because the game would try to load an item that doesn't exist. And in that sense, I mean, you got the obliterator now, so you can destroy the items. But that's something to consider as well. Like the genuinely.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh
We
no.
can throw it over to Bird. It's Bird's time.
Oh no.
It's birds soon.
Oh no.
Bird's turn.
We're gonna raid across, unless you're gonna crash out.
I am running thin, but I'm probably done in Valheim at least if I go for something else.
If you're gonna finish up, we'll find someone else, man.
I could probably go for another hour, but it's not going to be in Valheim, that's all.
Okay, it's just I was just throwing it across to the people there, in the group that I've got myself personally, because it's my raid.
I think
The only person that has small numbers is yourself, so.
Jonathan Raymaker's got a few, but he's still going.
Jonathan Raymaker has like nearly 20 for me.
Mm.
I'd
How many?
call that more than a few.
Oh.
We'll toss it over to Bird, and then Bird can decide to do what she wants
Yeah.
to do.
So after that, if you've had enough, you can put it in whatever direction you want to go, man.
Okay.
I'll always go for the lowest common number first.
Okay. No worries.
Okay? That's just how I do it.
I was going to be on the solo run after this, but we went for so long, I don't think I have enough steam in me to start anything on there. But
Dude, I don't. This is like a dream, even for me. This is like nearly 5 hours. That's my normal, like, holy crap, that's my big night. That night.
Red started
night or
before
Friday
us.
night stream. It's a Redfairie that's pulling 10-hour, 12-hour streams, so.
Because I joined Red after she started streaming 2-3 hours before me, and my timer says 13 hours.
Much longer than what I ever had anticipated anyway, so.
I think the Fridays are going to start turning into long ones, especially with people. You get shield maidens, and then yeah.
Yeah, but Fridays.
At least it's a Friday, right? You don't have anything to worry about usually.
Friday,
So.
I do like to start at 7:30. That's my.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's my that is my day. I don't have any other day. I work too many hours.
Cool.
Friday is my.
Tone does have another suggestion. I think he's letting me. You're letting me get some rest.
Lady Two Socks. I've never heard of them.
I could also check my own. I don't know who's online.
Man, this was.
Oh,
great. This is good
Lena
stuff
on Fire.
from
Lena
people
on
to
Fire's
people.
only got 4 people.
I got to raid to someone.
Have a look at Lena on Fire. She's another Valheim streamer. I think I found Lena through Red or a recommendation. She's doing
either Tuna People or through Jonathan Raymaker.
maybe could have been anyone, honestly. Lena's got 4 people and she's doing a Yagluth solo run at the moment.
Lena, is there more of a name to that? Because.
It's
Well, I can.
LEENA, and then capital O for on. So you go on fire with a capital F.
I think that's
fire.
it.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't shout out, wrong channel. Sorry. But that's the name at least.
Yeah, LEENA.
Because yeah, I think caffeine's kicked in, but once that wears off, I will crash, and that's not long away. I'm sorry.
Caffeine's not going to keep me awake much longer either.
No, I'm in the same boat.
But not only that, because I've come from a stream that my streams originally didn't support. It didn't support one game type. So when I started streaming, I streamed various different games. Roblox, Minecraft, Call of Duty, a whole bunch of games. When I rated out originally at that point, it just wasn't to the one game type or the one game group. So I as much as I like Valheim and I support Valheim and I do all the stuff for that, I'm not going to constantly just raid out to this group because I feel like that I'm just segregating myself to that one type of game engine. And eventually, the game vibe will hype down and it will disappear and then it'll be nothing but just a previous game that you used to play. So I will always, at the moment, follow Valheim and I'll always raid to Valheim players. But that we'll get to the point that I'm going to start rating to other players, other games, because
Hmm.
that's just how games work.
I have
So
actually,
asphyxiated just with the one game, you'll get stuck in that game and it will disappear.
I've been asking around for recommendations too. I know a lot of the circle that I was sort of introduced to has been Valheim.
Yeah.
But I've got a
It is
couple of
at the
people.
moment because that's the in-game, and the same
Yeah.
thing happened with the game 12
And
months ago.
Please don't stand on my feet. Like
definitely, it's definitely, I think, a
Always
feature of
have
the.
a backup game mode. If you
Mm.
don't have a backup game mode now, you will fall into a game mode that you don't have, or people that don't watch.
I feel it's definitely
So
just the
have a
people
backup
themselves being so chill. I kind of feel like if the people moved away from the game, we'd still be rating the same people. Because they all just. It is a vibe. I can't think of a better word.
It is a vibe.
But I've been asking around, like, if anyone has any other recommendations. I got one tonight. Let me bring up his name. Okay, nope. I don't know how to do that on mobile. Rand Althor 1966. He's
I don't know
playing.
if that raid works. So my screen it said it failed.
Oh. Is she not streaming anymore?
I don't know. It said invalid username.
It's not
So
the
I don't
link.
know what just happened.
I'm not sure. I've written it fine as far as I can tell.
Well, I'm still sitting here with several people waiting for me to move on.
That's fine. If you send him my way, I can find a place for him after.
The raid process that I just did didn't work.
Yeah. I'm probably going to be switching to Wingspan for a little while, and I'm
It
chill
didn't
out with
go
that.
where it was meant to go. That player just said that player does not exist.
If you send him my way, I can find a place for everyone.
That one will work. That
Yeah.
player is still active.
Saves all the fussing around, because I can find her as well later on if she's still alive anyway.
It's possible that they may have it disenabled for raiding also.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
Some
it's not
people do have
friends
that as an
only.
option.
Because you can set it to friends or not at
You
all.
can set it that people can't raid your channel.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that.
Right, here we go. We're coming in, bird.
Well, welcome. Thank you.
Hello there.
Cozy. I don't know if I've got anyone else left prior to this, but
Lots of people did leave when we're having a debate about what games are good.
yeah, I know.
It's
It's
got-
lagging around on that. I've found that myself. If I think about it too long, people just disappear and find another channel. But hey, Tone Dust, how are you? I am going to be switching over to something a bit more chill for me and ending the night elsewhere. I've definitely got my fill on Valheim tonight. Give me a second and we'll have it up and running. Hey, stream elements in just in time. Where? No, where's this? Steam is being slow. Sorry. Steam is lagging. There we go. Steam is still being laggy, but bear with me a sec.
Or defeating.
We will be...
Oh, very good. Okay, I will
There we
come
go.
and set
Okay,
that.
we're back in action. Welcome to Wingspan. One of my most loved games that I go back to time and time again. Based on a board game that was released a couple of years ago and then translated, or a couple of years, maybe it was a bit older than that now, but it was translated to Tabletop Simulator. And its success on Tabletop Simulator translated into them making a standalone version. The bird game, yes. It is the bird game. You have actually got the old... So the board game has a solo player mode where you play against an automa. The automa has its own set of rules, which is kind of interesting. I'm not a fan of it. I genuinely play a custom game against AI because they play by the actual rules. Automa kind of cheats a little bit. But they also don't gain the points the same way you regularly would. So we're going to spend our final hour tonight just in Wingspan. I absolutely do adore the game. It's fairly simple once you know how some of the mechanics work. But that is to say there is a lot to take in. So feel free to ask questions if something isn't making sense. I'm happy to explain what I can. The first thing, just to go through a couple of the basics. You have a hand of cards, you have a tray of food, and you have some lanes you can place your cards in. You have the forest, you have the grasslands, you have the wetlands, and the purple just represents you having played a card. So you activate one of these 4 colors and get an effect out of that lane. Wetlands let you draw cards, grasslands let you lay eggs, and the forest lets you pick food to feed your future birds. So we get to pick 5 to start with. I usually check out the bonus cards first, because these can give you a bit of a sway on how you want to play your early game. Or your entire hand, to be honest. You can get a really good bonus card that just completely influences the rest of your game. Birds with skull powers, I think, usually only activate when someone else tucks a card. They're pretty hard to pull off. That is not super great, and it does give you percentage down the bottom too. 13% of cards in the deck. We do have one that only lives in the wetlands, but it costs... Okay, it's not the best card to be playing, unfortunately. We can grab a mouse and grab the broad-winged hawk. We'll grab... worm and... Interesting. So turn 1, we can actually get 2 cards out with this effect. That's probably the only time I think I've ever seen that... seen that effect and liked it. We're still gonna pick that, but I don't think we're playing the mallard. I can't do the mallard, I don't think. Even though it's so cheap, right? It's good tempo. Okay, we actually do have something that synergizes with it. We're gonna grab it. What are we missing? 6 out of 5 things. Oh, okay. We'll grab a wheat. Okay. So, turn 1, we have a worm, we have a mouse. So if we play this, we can pay the worm.
Red-eyed vireo. Nearsighted vireos flock with other birds that make noise if predators are around.
And its effect, once played, lets us put another bird on the board. Oh, we need eggs. Oh, that totally thwarts my... Hey, its normal cost is so misleading because it just means you pay the full price. And that has a skull, so the other bonus card could have actually been good here. Oh, that's a bit lame. That's the whole tempo. Is that worth I've completely ruined my early game here. I mean, I haven't, right? I just need to get a different bird. Actually, can I lay an egg? We don't need a bird to lay an egg, so that's okay. That's just really bad. I should have thought about that. Now we can pay the mouse and pay the egg.
Broad-winged hawk. This hawk is seen more during migration than while it's in the forest interior.
There's a mouse left. I want to get the mouse and reroll. And the fish. Oh! We actually got a mouse, so he gets an extra point. And the most simplest way to explain this game is that everything gives you points and the most points wins. We do not have a worm. We can force that out next turn though. We'll probably pay the cherry and the wheat, I think, to force this out.
Spotted sandpiper. These sandpipers constantly bob their tails. People call them teeter peeps and tiptails.
That is true. Every game's deal except golf is the more points wins. But specifically, it is worth mentioning that everything earns you points. You just have to figure out what earns you the most points that turn, or will set up earning more points in the future. For example, just picking 2 eggs right now does earn me 2 points. But I could earn more points if I go for the egg in the bowl nest. And you have a little nest picture on each of the cards as well. We only have 1 card that qualifies because the star is a wild card. So egg and bowl will get us a point in the future because that's the end of round bonus. So what you can aim for what gives you the most every turn. But we could completely ignore egg and bowl and we could just set up the future one. We could try and get hollow nest with egg, or we can get the, what do you call that? Like the ground, I just say nest type. But we do have one of these already. We're out of cards, so there's no point building anything. We'll just grab some cards. We could use this. That's a gain. Gain puts it into our stash that we can use to summon cards later. We have the option of trading an egg to get 2 cards as well. This wouldn't be too bad, but we do need... I'm gonna be greedy and I'm gonna activate that. We have so many worms we need now. Thank you. Take the worm. Okay, rip. No worms. We can grab this worm. We already have 2 mouse. We'll grab a wheat. There's round 1 over. We only have the 1 egg you could see behind there on the star wild card. So, didn't really get much out of it. But if we had found more bowl egg birds and we had played more bowl egg birds or wildcard bird nests, then we might have had a shoo-in to actually earn a couple more points there, because you'll notice that's 4 extra points he earned for getting first place. it's not negligible. You can win or lose on the back of a single point in this game. We do have... I'm gonna place him here.
Chimney swift. These birds have adapted to nest in chimneys instead of hollow trees.
Won't say no to a free card. What did we get? That's not bad. All players lay one on any bird, you lay an additional one that plays into the next end of round bonus. That's strong. A 5-cost card, or a 5-point card. Pay 1 wheat to get 2 extra points. Food is worth nothing. Food is actually one of the few stats in the game that don't give you points. Turning no points into 2 is actually really cool. This is a 5 cost. This is expensive to play, but it does also give us 5 extra points. I'm going to take that. We're going to send him over to the forest. I don't think we're going to let other players draw a card. Chimney Swift was sent to the forest, so here's the next play. I need cherry. Wheat, because we have a card here that does have the wheat power. We're gonna send him to the egg biome next. We need another... We can actually kind of force this one out. We could use a mouse. We don't need to. Okay, we got the extra cherry. Next, we need eggs. We actually need the eggs. Okay. Sad day. I keep forgetting. Do we have any hollow nests? We only have the 2. No, that activates it. We need eggs. We're actually stuck. We've kind of messed up a little bit. Okay.
Yellow-breasted chat. Because these birds like dense thickets, they are more often heard than seen.
We've actually doubled up on that ability too. Both of these have, if the bird is to the right of all other birds in its habitat, move it to another habitat. Because this triggers first from right to left, you can send one bird off and then trigger the next one and send it off as well. You actually get both. You can have a pretty strong play by moving these 2 around for free because they don't cost eggs to physically move into positions. You've already played the egg cost. What we're going to do is move them over to... Actually, no. Hang on. Let's think about this. We still have a bit of food. We'll see if we can actually play This will be good. Yes.
Sandhill crane.
Because then we can
Sandhill
move.
cranes can live for decades and
We'll
mate
try
for
and get
life.
some wheat, move those two birds into the grasslands, and we can start farming those two cards together. We have completely missed out on any of the end of round bonuses, unfortunately. And we are going to absolutely greed. So yeah, you can send them off one at a time. And now we have all three in the grasslands. We absolutely did not make it anywhere on that. But that's okay. We'll see what we can do with the rest of the game. We are running a little bit behind, I think, too. We've got 26 points. Birds and habitats is counting for 25. And the only extra point is a caged food. Sort of. That's a way you could look at it. Releasing birds into the wild and creating an ecosystem. We're gonna lay some eggs because we have bird with nest. So we can get... I'm gonna pay one of these. We have so much wheat, we're just gonna get the extra egg, I think. Birds with that nest type will get an egg, and then we can put the rest wherever we please. Is that all four? There we go. So... I don't feel like sending them to the blue might be worth it, but also I don't feel like it would be. This alone, I mean, we've already got the 4 points extra towards the end of round bonus. Maybe we move them to the blue. This card is definitely a money generator. Sandhill Crane, absolutely a money generator. Especially because the wildland gives you points for just laying eggs. Grassland's worth 2 points. I'm gonna pick randomly here. This game is so you. I'm starting to know you more and more, and I think I can understand better why you like certain games. No, it perfectly does. I hope, honestly, Vibeheim is definitely a thing. I hope this fits into the same mellow, chill mood. Because I am gonna have oddball games like this. I'm always gonna go to different stuff. I've already decided I'm going with an on-off day system. One day Valheim, one day something else, whether it's Fallout. Just to alternate. You could summarize it, rule of thumb, I don't want to play the same game 2 days in a row. I'm actually not sure here. We have 3 hollow nest birds. This one is the right nest type. Worth 5 points, and it gives us an egg. Gives us an egg with a bowl nest, so that would be most of our stars. We do have a bowl nest. Okay. not completely out of luck, because that is 5 points to play. Although this one earns its own... Do we not have the cost for that? Okay. What do we actually have the cost for? Same bird, cheaper cost. Same effect, cheaper cost. Cheaper bird. I'm really at a loss here. Do we just lay more eggs? We could just lay more eggs and send the birds back to the feeder. Is the eggs plus that card is such a money generator. Octo! Hey, Octo, welcome. Hello there.
Hello there.
How are you? Welcome to the mess that is my stream. The play was we're gonna just gather food, I think, this time, because we don't have a lot to play. The wood duck, draw 2 if you do discard. Has a lot of eggs on it. I am a bit rookie here, we don't have a lot of emotes set up yet. This is place, I'm definitely open to suggestion. Backseating allowed does not just apply to the game. I'm willing to take any suggestions for stream or for bots. Absolutely. If you want something in chat, then go for it. Give me a suggestion. I'll see if I can get it working. We need a worm. We have 0 worms from the reroll. Love it. 1 worm. I'm still building up the channel. I've tried to be on top of things. I've been adding certain commands that are utility at the moment. So for the Shield Maidens night, I actually have a bunch of stuff for Shield Maidens. If you do !Maidens, I think it shouts out Red's channel. But as far as like the more fun, gimmicky stuff, I definitely haven't been on top of that as much. So definitely open to suggestions. If you have something you want to see that you'd like to have access to, let me know. Alright. That is going to be the play, right? Just triggering the Sandhill Crane gives us so many points. I think we're going to have to... We might have to concede to go to the wetlands. But I'm going to send them both to the grasslands for now. I don't like when they think for this long. When the AI thinks for this long, I know something's up. We don't have a lot of spaces left for eggs. We've got enough for another 4. How many cards? What do we have? 9 cost. A trumpeter swan. Laid in the wetlands. That'll give us 9 points, an additional 2 if we lay eggs on it. That's 11 points flat with no ability. That's not something to sniff at, right? Because normally you get these cards in the middle that are about 5 or so. They don't collect points. The lower end cards are the ones that collect points or do something special. There is a fair balance to this game. 11 points outright is not something to sniff at. I mean, you consider that's 2. Wilson Snipe twice is less than Trumpeter Swan with eggs. You've heard of Octo? You might have heard of Octo a little earlier on Red's Shield Maiden server. Octo's part of the Shield Maidens group, so you could have just well, eavesdrop's not the right word, but you definitely could have heard shout-outs and the like going around from Redfairie earlier today. Was yesterday? Well, I wouldn't know then, unfortunately. Not. Wasn't much online yesterday. Morning Dove. Cost 0. It's a 0 cost card, but you can put 5 points onto it with eggs. Not the worst, but it is, like, that's a 0 cost where you get 5 points max out of it with eggs. It isn't one you really want to put all your chips into. Yeah, honestly, anyone who hasn't... Thank you, Tone. I really do need to be more on top of this, but anyone who hasn't given her channel a look, she's been absolutely lovely. To everyone, to Red, she's been lovely to have in chat. At Red's as well during Shield Maiden, and she's part of Shield Maidens. Go give her a follow. Go check her out. Super Animal Royale. Ooh, that's what I could stream a little. I played a little bit of that weeks and weeks ago. I don't do very well at it, but I do like it. It is a very fun game. My only problem is that all of my cheese in that game doesn't seem to go anywhere. I'll put all the cheese in the world down on the board, and someone else just seems to win. Super Auto Pets. Is that what it was? Super Animal Royale. Is that different? Super Animal Royale. Sorry, I was thinking Super Auto Pets. Oh. My mistake. And now I kind of want to look up Super Animal Royale. Trust me to have completely flubbed the wrong game, but that is what you kind of get here. I'm struggling to find a lot of synergy. The big play is Wildlands. I feel like that's just what we're gonna do. And you do art too. Ooh. I've noticed there's actually a fair few people that are into Valheim currently that are doing art. Oh, our 4 eggs got us a tie for first place. Not a bad show. And it does give you a little hint here, like, it'll show you where you are on the leaderboard. If you click up on any of these cards at any time, it shows you this page, and it does tell you where you are. So you know if you need to invest more or just give up. Thanks for the lurk, Tone. I'm still at such a loss on what to do. We're going to go back to the grasslands with these two. We have so many cards now. We don't have a lot of food. Maybe I could have moved them all to the forest and had a bit of luck there.
Forster's tern. These birds nest on the ground, on a raft of floating vegetation, or on muskrat lodges.
It just occurred to me how long it's been since I played a card this round. I don't think I'm even close. I might be 3rd or 4th this game. We'll take a wheat. This is such a good card, but we don't have the cost. Oh, we do. Worm, cherry, and a wheat.
Rose-breasted grosbeak. This pretty, sweet-sounding bird has the gruesome nickname Cutthroat.
Plenty of space for eggs. Do we waste? We don't have a lot of mouse cards. We'll use the bird for the extra egg, I think. No skip. Oh my lord, I almost wasted my extra point. Send them both to the grasslands. And we're out of wheat, so we don't get to tuck the card. But those 2 birds now fill up the grasslands. And since we're out of food, it's probably not the best play, considering there's 1 turn left, actually. Well, bit of a sad way to end it. Final turn and we're just buying food. Bit of a sad way to go. 0 points earned on the final turn. To be fair, I really did kind of mess myself up with that first play, because I completely forgot normal cost also includes the egg, so playing that turn 1 doesn't work unless you have an egg. Which I don't think you get. It would have to be... Oh, 3-way tie! We all get 4 points. Interesting. And the total tally at the end. Everything except food gives you points. So we had 35 worth of points on the cards alone. Oof. We're actually contending for last place here. We'll try for a better start. I want to try again. I want to see if we can't do something better. First thing, we always check what our bonus cards are. Birds that have at least one egg laid on them. You can place 5 birds per lane, so 2 full lanes with 1 egg minimum per bird. Get you 6 bonus feather points. Or, if we can go into the falconer, we don't have any here. There's some decent priced blue cards. Really decent priced blue cards here that have okay bonuses because the bonus isn't in the card's ability here. That ability, when played 2 new bonus cards, draw 2, keep 1, that ability is investment in the future because this is the ability you want. You're playing a card basically with quote-unquote no ability because you might get something really good with this ability. So I'm going to take that bonus card. I'm going to absolutely take both of these. We do need a turn 1. We do need to play a turn 1 here. How greedy am I? How greedy am I? Am I that greedy? Ooh. We'll take that one. We can play that straight away. And then we can keep playing it. Okay, that's not the worst. Because that gain 1 from the bird feeder is definitely good early game because then you can keep getting food from the bird feeder. We're gonna need 3 fish for the puffin. We're gonna need, yeah, it's 3 food either way for both of those blue birds, which is such an expensive price. That's so greedy of me to go for both of those.
American redstart. Redstarts get their name from the Old English word stort, meaning tail.
Right, and you just roll it. You just keep rolling food, I think, at this point. We need a fish. I'm gonna get a wheat. Ooh, how nice of him. Can we get a fish? 1 fish? We can actually... Is that it? Can we play the roseate spoonbill? We can go down and play the blue card. That's not even terrible. Turn 2, we have enough to play this card.
This bird's unusually shaped bill helps it feel prey in the water.
Birds that eat fish, we've already got 2 in the hand, so that's a free 3 points to play both of these cards. Birds that only eat worm, I can't think that that's ever going to amount to much. Even if we get 1, if we only get 1 bird that eats only worm, this still outprices it, I think. So now we're back at square 0 because we have no food and we only have the Atlantic puffin. There is a fish in there. Alright, we're gonna go for the fish. And the other fish, 2 fish, 1 more to go. And we can play the puffin. But we will need eggs, I need to remember that. Is there a fish in the feeder? There is. Okay, we're greeting for the fish. Next turn we're gonna get eggs and then we're gonna lay the Atlantic puffin into the wetlands. This has been pretty decent tempo for these super greedy cards. Like, the price on them is so high. A 6 feather and an 8 feather, and both of them give me bonus, like a bonus card, right? So this alone is like another 3 points on top of the cost of the card as well. That is so greedy, but it paid off.
Atlantic puffin. Puffin's breeding areas are threatened by climate change.
We do have a bird that only lives in the forest. What's actually... We have two more bluebirds there. The ring-billed gull actually doesn't seem that terrible. Gain a point, discard a card, and if you do, draw a card. Which activates once, because it's in blue, it's in the wetlands, you have to draw cards to activate that ability. So you can absolutely pick a bad card if there's, you can pick an intentionally bad card if there's no good ones on the board. And then you can get a free point here by putting it behind this ring-billed gull. It's not the worst combo. And then you get to replace it by drawing another card too. So there's also the whooping crane, which gives us another bonus card. Very tempting. I feel like 4 to 5 to meet the 4 feather bonus. We're gonna go the cheaper route, and I think because green forest only cards are easier to find than the other way around. You definitely need to have an idea of where you want the deck to go. In any deck building game, you definitely want to find some kind of synergy and focus on that synergy. Whether you're building a deck to play the game, or like this one where you're drawing on the fly and having to pick, you definitely want to focus on the strongest parts of your current deck and what you have in your hands to try and emphasize the late game in this late game where you try and maximize the amount of points you can get. The only streamer playing this amazing game. Welcome to the channel. I always say I'm going to give every name a go. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's either Rachel or Rochelle. The full thing? Don't even... Okay, I did say give it a go. I'm going to pick Rochelle, and it's Rochelle Berry. My bird got picked. No, my bird got picked. Which one are you? Bombs took my bird. Trumpeter Swan. I didn't even realize that one was taken. One of them took my bird. Oh, there's no way that is what your username is, but I will stick with Joel. I can do custom edits so that I can remember. If you prefer Joel, we'll go with Joel. I'm a bit of a loss. We do have, so the 3 things we have here. Birds that only live in the forest, birds that eat fish, birds that have at least 1 egg laid on them. Do we just go for food? I feel like we have to do cards. But there's nothing here that really stands out. Any 2 food gives us the ring-billed gull. And that's not bad. Again, that's 4 points plus the ability. We get to pick 2, so I'm going ring-billed gull and... Oh, we lucked out! American white pelican. Pay 1 fish to get 2 points. Can I clarify the draw pile is the same for all players? Yes. So what I see is what the AI can pick. If I'm playing against the automata doesn't have to pick any cards. So I get the whole board to myself against the automata. Which is the old-fashioned official board game version. In the Verse AI version, the computer version, The AI plays the rules the same as you do. They emulate real players, and they see the same things you do. So if I can pick a card, or if I can have an effect, it will actually apply to them. Whereas the automata version, which uses preset rules and kind of cheaty rules, doesn't have any of my effects apply to it. It doesn't have its effects apply to me. It is sort of like a separate entity that just follows its own random chance game. It can be kind of cheaty, but the automata is how the official board game is played. If you are playing by yourself, you can play against the automata. And they have it in the official video game as well. I can show it off in a bit, but it is a bit confusing because it essentially comes down to the automata will roll a dice, and that number on the dice tells it what it does that turn. So it just randomly generates points based on chance. It cheats in the sense that it doesn't have to ever pay cost or pay tribute. It just summons for free, so it can play birds for free because all it has to do is land on a number 2 and the 2 says play bird for free. So in that sense it is cheaty because it doesn't have to play by the actual rules, quote unquote. I play the Verse AI version just because everyone follows the same rules. I know we're on equal terms. But yeah, that does also mean the AI have access to the same pool of cards as I do. You're always confused about the food pile and the draw pile. Actually, that's a good point. The food pile is exactly the same thing. What is physically there on my screen, the AI can pick. So you might even notice if any of them pick food. Sounds like a no. That's a no. If any of them pick food, you'll see it disappear. None of them have said they picked food. They played and drew cards. That's what they did. We can force. I'm gonna force the gull out. It's not even a force because it's the wild card food. We're gonna play the gull. We only have one egg. Oh.
Ring-billed gull. These gulls steal food and eggs from other birds and scavenge at garbage dumps.
No, the automata does not detect the best choice. It is purely random. Which, in that sense, the automata can absolutely play terribly for the whole game. You can get an easy game out of the automata as well. Thank you for the follow. Hello there. Oh, I do want to catch up on this. Rachel Berry from Glee and Leah, the actress who plays the character. I see. Rachel Leah Berry is the name. But you prefer Joel, just to double check, so I can get the right name in the future? That's a bit of a shame. We do need eggs. But also draw more cards. Why not? But also draw more cards. 2 tuck. We do want birds that eat fish though. Okay, and now we get to tuck. I'm probably going to tuck this one. It's got an average ability. Even though it's a 7 cost, it's a 7 cost with a very low chance of gaining points and a pretty heighty price to play. If you're going with the stream, the channel name, it's Bird Brain. I'm fine with Bird if you'd like for now. Choose a card if you do... Oh, tuck a card if you do choose a card. Oh, okay. Well, we're gaining a lot of cards we can tuck in the future. We just need a cherry and we can play that one. Give us a... Oh, okay. If we got a cherry there, that would have been so lucky. We could have got 2 eggs and played the tree swallow next turn. Either way, is there a fish in the feeder? There is not. We can pay 1 card. I don't really think the black-billed magpie is going to be good this late. It might be, honestly, 2 wild card food and it's a wild card nest too, so it'll work in the final round. And so does that, because that's the exact nest we need. You know what? Okay, this is actually going to be a bit of a coin flip because that does not have fish. We need... Oh, we have the 3 points. 2 more fish cards and we get 8 points actually by the end of the round. We've laid no eggs. Okay, that settles it. We need to develop the wildlands and start laying more eggs, so we're going to get rid of this one for the extra food, I think. No fish, no luck. Never lucky. Let's have a look before we pick. What do we actually have? No fish, never lucky. That's a decent card. Golden Eagle, 3 mouse. Can be played in the Wildlands as well, and it has a great ability. Do we have any mice? No. We want the golden eagle. We don't want the golden eagle to be picked up elsewhere, but I think we play this now because the earlier you play purple cards, I think the more effective. The earlier you play a lot of effects, the more effective they are, right? They generate more points. This technically doesn't actually generate us points, but it does help us play cards in the future. I think a worm and a wheat is fine. Worm and a wheat is fine.
Black-billed magpie. These omnivores steal eggs and eat carrion along with a diversity of other foods.
Fishy? We have a fishy. 2 fish. I play total variety, all the way from FPS to survival games to just chilling out sometimes. I like to wind down. I have Skatebird, another game I absolutely love to wind down with. A lot of my wind down games are weirdly bird related, because you also have Ring of Pain, which, while perhaps a little less chill, is that text hard to read? Sorry. I do have a filter I can enable. Not a filter. There's a... Let me turn this up. I don't know if that's hard to read. But no, a lot of my wind down and chill out games are weirdly bird related. Something that sort of occurred to me the other day is like, whenever I want to just chill and not really focus that much, if that makes sense. It turns out Skatebird, bird related. You have Ring of Pain, which, while not directly bird related, has Owl, the lovely Owl from Ring of Pain. Always a great time. Mouse. Because I want the golden eagle. Not even a terrible combo either. Do we have any spare eggs? No. I want the golden eagle, but this ability is really good. A1 wheat to gain 2 points. And the egg count. Look at the egg count. But also, I'm being greedy, but that does mean that we don't tuck a card behind this one. We already have that. That's a better version of the same card, so we'll draw a random. Oh, hang on. No, order. Order. You just have to do it in order and you get the... Okay. Could have actually misplayed there. Right. We need 3 mice to play the golden eagle. We can we force it out? No, we need eggs. I got that part. Put 2 eggs down. We could even pay a worm, honestly, to get an extra egg. Why not? I don't know if that puts us in the running for... Oh, an extra fish? Or an extra wheat? I'll take the wheat, because that gives us the black-bellied whistling duck. As much as I would like to go... I'm actually not sure. Eggs in... Okay, let's have a look. 4 is the leading eggs in... We can get 5, 6. 3... No, we can get 5. I don't know if 5 is enough to tie. If anyone lays just even 2 eggs, then I'm second place. We play this one, I think. And we screw ourselves over by doing
American
that.
white pelican. Pelicans work together to herd fish and then scoop them up.
4 was the winning one. 5 would have actually given us first place. That's fine. We'll try and salvage it. What does that give us though? 1 more bird that eats fish gives us 8 points. That would make up for it. Bird that eats fish would make up for it. Is there a mouse in the feeder? No. Still no mouse in the feeder. Sad. But we'll take a fish. I'm so exhausted, I don't even want to play this game. I just want to look it up on stream. There's days where it does kind of feel like that. None of them drew cards, but they did pull food. No mouse. Apparently we have enough food to force it, and we have an egg to do so. So why not? Why not force it and waste all of my food? Mouse. We're gonna take 2 wheat. And worm, because wheat does work for this one. Is that exactly what we had before? Might have been.
Golden eagle. Golden eagles mostly eat rabbit-sized prey, but can go after livestock and birds.
I need them to draw cards. I really do. I need to re-roll what's in the deck, and I don't want to burn cards to do it. Or nor do I want to take random chance and see what's in the blind. No mouse in the feeder. So sad. We're just gonna lay eggs. Why not? And we get to an extra point here. If the bird's wingspan is less than 100 centimeters, the golden eagle just eats it and keeps it for a point. Laid eggs, gained food. We really didn't develop our forest. 1 out of 3 cards would be needed to get the 4 points there. We also do need more forest. Okay, let's actually have a look. What do we have? If a bird is to the right of all other birds, that's very late to play that, but honestly that could be the answer we need. Guessing you're Australian based on the accent from Singapore, so it's pretty late. Gonna sleep, good night, and see you later. That's a fair... I've been having a lot of people guess my accent, and I feel like I have developed a bit of an Australian accent over time. I do live in Australia, so I think officially you would be correct, in a sense. Good guess, honestly. I'll definitely catch you later. If you're on here, we do lots of variety stuff. Tomorrow, I'm going back to Fallout 4 Survival, modded survival. I've really caught the bug for Fallout 4 lately. It's, I can't stop wanting to go back and playing more of it. We have a character we're sticking to, but if you're in tomorrow, I can run you through the whole thing then. Thanks for popping in. Cheers for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Okay, this common grackle is actually not bad. Tucking a card is a point. Also, laying an egg is a point. So this ability is just gain 2 points if you agree to the terms. If you can tuck a card, you can gain an extra point, so you get 2 points. We get to pick 3, so we're going to throw the last one. A freebie. Do we actually play a really bad card into the... do we... Oh, we could. We could, couldn't we? It's free. It gives us another bonus card. It has 1 egg spot. And it goes in the grasslands. That's a tough choice. I think this one's gotta go because it doesn't have the fish. We need the fish for the final spot in the wetlands. Tuck a card. What's the actual effect here? Tuck a card, draw a card? We could just skip, right? We're not obligated, but we do need the fishy card, so... Draw a card, throw a chance into the wind. 6 cost, not bad. Alright. Starting to get a little slow, but that's it. It's a free bird, right? Lay an egg.
California condor. There were just 22 of these scavengers alive in the 1980s, but there are now over 200.
Birds with wingspans of 30 centimeters or less. That's none of my birds. Or birds named after a person, which is also none of my birds. How many do I have? 30 centimeter or less? That's none of my birds. That's none of them. Oh, okay. This is 2 per bird. That's a collection. I'm going with this because it's more likely to occur. Birds with a historic name. All I need to do is land 1 card with a person name, and I get 2 points. The other one I needed to do 4. That's way too much development for this late in the game. Okay. Final turn. I'm not gonna develop anything. We're going to sit. So let's actually have a look. The snowy egret would be nice. But there are plenty more fish. We can develop that later. What I want to do... We should check. 6 eggs in the grasslands. Can I at least... What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the max. And I would lay 3. That would fill it up. We have... 3, 4, 5 is the max. If they don't lay any eggs at all, I tie for second, which would give me about, well, 3 points or less, I suppose. We're probably a shoo-in for no points if I don't develop it, and eggs give us points anyway. I feel like that's the play. And we get the extra point. There you go. We tied for second. It paid off. Better than 0. Now we have to hope the egg No, end around it rerolls. Every end around the cards change. Okay, we can get more, but that I forgot. Actually forgot that that happened. It's fine. Alright. This card is expensive, but this would give us another green only bird. It needs worm and a cherry. We can get both this turn. A worm and a cherry. There is also a fishy, but we're going for the rose-breasted. I've laid eggs bird. I've gained food bird. Rose-breasted grosbeak. That is all of our food though.
Rose-breasted grosbeak. This pretty, sweet-sounding bird has the gruesome nickname Cutthroat.
Gain a food. Both of these are good. Okay, so we're gonna grab a worm. And then reroll for no reason. It shows us what's in the bird feeder though. We have no hollow nest. We only have the wild star. Oh, we have 2 wild stars. Okay. We don't have a fish. That's not a bad little turn, actually. You would hear me talk. I have a strong Quebecan accent, but it doesn't sound France French with C's at zero. I will be honest, I don't think I know a lot about Canadian accents. My Canadian accent knowledge kind of stops at in a boot. The trash stereotype, I'm sorry, but that is where it starts and stops, unfortunately. I'm not very knowledgeable on Canadian accents at all. I gotta go mouse just because we don't have it. Most birds that use mouse to play are super expensive. But they also are pretty good. They're usually birds of prey. I feel like we're going here. And then we're just playing this next turn.
Common nighthawk. Nighthawks are crepuscular, hunting flying insects at dawn and dusk.
This is our final turn. We don't have hollow nests, but we do have 2 wild cards. Final turn is going to be laying eggs. We're gonna pick wild card, and we don't have any other hollows, so we just have 2 more points to earn. Actually, let me have a look, right? That is 4 points. Plus maybe 1 point. Plus... Let's have a look. I would tie for last place, but I would get the 4 points. 4 eggs plus maybe 5. That's 2 points. We gain nothing to 2 points. This is it. This is the play, unfortunately. We do get the extra 5. We got the best outcome possible, but I don't think that's enough. we came bottom of the barrel in this end of round bonus. Oh, we still, yeah, we would have tied. Okay. Still last place. We just have to hope that our greedy early game paid off. Only slightly. Holy cow. Am I last again? I am last, but only by 1 point. That is so sad. Okay. We're gonna do one more. I gotta end on a high note. I will be back real quick. I'm gonna take a very short break. And I'll return in a minute. Righty, I want to do one more. I want to at least try and get a good game out of the night. I've sat on something now. What have I sat? Please, not my mom. Oh, the message of the day is a little outdated. We didn't even get to play the solo in Valheim. Interesting. Here in Quebec, we kind of hate the English speaker. So our English is restricted by us wanting to sound American. I often find... Well, let me get rid of this. I feel like a lot of the time it's the other way around. People would rather sound British than American. Interesting that you say it's the other way around. Because it is a rarity. I feel like a lot of people hear stereotypical American accents and they just sort of go, ew. At least from personal experience. Let's have a look at the bonus cards. We have two we can pick here. Two birds of prey with the skull. That would be 4 points immediately, with matches the 5 birds we would have to dedicate to this. I think we go for that. It does mean we do not have early game. None of these cards can be played turn 1. Well, kind of, right? If I pick this one, I can't pick that one. That's the catch. I let go of the mouse. I have to let go of the mouse to get 3 cards. 2 food, 3 cards. I want to greed for the birds of prey. This is a bad start. But if we can get another bird of prey, then we can get 6 points out of this bonus card. 2 more birds of prey and we get 8. There's a lot of birds of prey too. I'm gonna start out with the
Yellow-bellied
only play we have
sapsucker.
available.
Sapsuckers drill rows of holes in trees, then lap up the sap
And then
and
we're
the
going to
insects it
get some
attracts.
food next turn. Mouse without question. And then we're gonna gain a worm anyway. One more time and we can play either one of these. That would be good. Honestly, the red-tailed hawk would be good here in the forest, because I'm going to be collecting food for a little bit. This one could only be played in the egg biome. Problem is, if I play this here, I have to play food this turn, right? But I do need eggs to play another card. This is interesting. We're gonna reroll. Another mouse, easy. So we don't have to pay the 2 worms, because that was what I was gonna go for. Even if we didn't get a mouse that turn, having the 2 worms guaranteed, and the other food we would have randomly got, means we can trade up for a mouse. This one, we need the eggs. Ugh. Very slow tempo, we don't have a lot of synergy at the moment, but we are just developing a decent start, I think. I don't have that. I'm gonna play the red-tailed hawk.
Red-tailed hawk. Movies almost always use the red-tailed hawk's call for any raptor.
How North America works is always related to the Americans. It's a weird thing, right? You had so much of Hollywood in the early 2000s treated America as the world. You know, the Earth is American and everyone else is just different American. But there is an aspect to that, right? Everyone seems to follow America's lead. There are definitely aspects of that analogy that are true, which I find really fascinating. We could straight up force this bird into play. Right now we can pay 4 worms to get this bird out into play. That is so egregious. Okay, there's no mouse in the bird feeder anyway. I feel like we're gonna do that.
Ferruginous hawk. These rust-colored birds sometimes hunt in
That's
groups
such a
in prairie
bad
dog
play, but it
towns.
does give us a bit more tempo. But it means we now have to go get more bird food. Why did no one take bird food? What is this? Okay, let's have a look. I know that the card's in trade. Okay, look, I'm gonna turn that off. Where are the pop-ups coming from? Okay, there are no pop-ups. But I know this stuff. Okay, it's fine. Ignore it. Eggs in messy nest. We can get 2 eggs per turn here. 4 points plus possibly winning. Hey, 5. That's 3 points. You would be surprised. I mean, same as all the colony states, right? Everyone came from the UK, but no one follows the UK. The UK seems to just do its own thing. Hey, we got super lucky. That was 6 points. And we might have actually come in for a contender for the nest. Lay one on a bow nest. We do not have a bow nest. Generally, the way I hear Brits go on about it is that UK is usually behind Australia by 6 to 7 months. And Australia seems to follow loosely in Americans' footsteps. But so does a lot of the Western world, whether they realize it or not. We won that! 4 points. Let's go. Paid off, because we also took 2 times. We actually got mice both times. That was super lucky. We do need more birds. We're out of luck here. We're in a new round, so let's have a look. None of them have a skull. We do have... That has no nest. Hold up. That bird has no nest. Nor no eggs. The brown-headed cowbird doesn't have a nest or eggs. But these are all bowbirds. Okay, well... I suppose we'll take a mouse. And another mouse. And we will just try really, really hard to get another bird of prey from the draw cards option. No, okay. Worth trying. We do have the ability to play this bird now, though. Except it's the same thing. I don't have a bowl bird. That ability is getting annoying. Do we take another random chance? Because we're kind of stagnating here. We don't have any birds that play in the wetlands. Okay, wetlands bird. Actually nailed it. We're playing that next turn. This has been so brutal. We were doing okay and we had a bit of a slow pace in round 2. Don't have any bowbirds.
Black-necked stilt. When not
Draw
breeding,
2.
stilts form closely packed
You just
groups
gotta go
and
with
will
that,
rob
right?
predators.
We do have a Swanson's hawk. Awesome. 1 worm, 2 mice. We can afford it next turn. Yeah, the dollars are usually the fine. The currencies are very comparable.
Swainson's hawk. These hawks feed chicks, small mammals and birds, but adults eat
Pinched
mostly
a nerve.
insects.
The Australian dollar and Canadian dollar are always pretty similarly treated. I think that's just because of how the governments are run differently to America. I think America has more value in their dollar because they have less social services. Means our dollar is more powerful globally, but you know, how people spend it is what matters, I suppose, as opposed to how much it's worth. That all aside. It's a bit irrelevant, really. Bit of a side tangent, that was. Lay one on a bowl. We do not have a bowl. Still annoyed we don't have a bowl. Okay, we are going to burn... We're going to burn an egg. All bird with egg is coming up, and then we have bird in lake. So I'm gonna burn that, and we're gonna just draw 2. We got the wild turkey, just worth 8 points, and then wow, 5 on top. 13-point bird. I'm in my mid-20s, Prometheus. Not as old as some of the other that I play games with, but definitely not super young, I don't think. I mean, I say that, right? But there are people that are going to look down on me and hear that and be like, mid-20s? Ugh, just a child. We need food. All of these cards are expensive. We have another mouse. Wheat. Mouse. Tiny bird! 10 centimeters! The ruby-throated hummingbird. That's so tiny. You can pick any number between 20 and 29. I'm just gonna say mid-20s. Get another bird of prey. I still do not have any birds with bowls in the nest. It's a bit rude to ask a woman's age. It's a well-known bit of... What's the saying? Never ask how much a man earns or how old a woman is. I am probably a bit old-fashioned in that way, yes. I will admit that. We can... Where are we putting the chimney swift? The question is... Okay, it goes anywhere. The question is where are we putting it? Where do we want to play next? I feel like lay eggs, activate eggs, go to food, or the other way around. We'll do the other way around.
Chimney swift. These birds have adapted to nest in chimneys instead of hollow trees.
What the hell is that wall of text? Draw a card equal to the number of players plus 1, starting with you and proceeding clockwise. Each player selects one of those cards and places it in their hands. You keep the extra card. Holy cow. Am I starting out? Well, absolutely I want one of these, right? Okay. 5 points plus a decent chance to get... It's like a 33% chance to actually get an extra point. So 5 max plus a decent chance. This is a 1 in 5? 20% chance? I feel like... Again, this is chance, right? This is 6 points versus 5 points, the worst case scenario. But I gotta go chance, I gotta go value. Value game. All the way when we get to play it next turn anyway, so...
Cooper's hawk. Cooper's hawks hunt forest birds and mammals with great stealth.
It's always been regardless of age. I never had it attached to age, it was simply just... You don't do it to me, it was taboo. Same as, Oh, I had something, but I've forgotten it. It was... I don't have a bird. Oh. You kind of have one. It's just always been taught to me as taboo, regardless of age. I think the age had very little to do with it. What do we actually have? I don't have any bonus. This is frustrating me. We could just play... Okay, let's actually have a look. This is worth a lot. Both of these are worth 11. That one is worth 13. We genuinely don't have any bonus birds, and there's nothing here. This game hates me. How have other people been doing? Oh no, it's fine, of course. They have 3. Do we go for the bonus card? Oh, the chimney swift got screwed over. It's stuck here now. I didn't even think of that. Nice. No mouse. Thinking on that, just actually thinking, sorry to jump back previous to it. It is interesting, right? I was raised that it's rude to ask a lady her age and it's rude to ask a man how much he earns. But it's a fair point to be made that everyone gives their date of birth out to every app on their phone these days. I suppose it is perhaps from a bygone era. These days it seems much less taboo, I suppose, when you consider how many things just ask nonchalantly for your date of birth. To sign up. Like Twitter. Why does Twitter need to know anyone's date of birth? They say it so they can wish you happy birthday, but... We don't have any, do we? And we laid it on... Okay. I'm getting sick of this bullying. This game is not giving me... Okay, we have one we could play. 10-point bird with a bow nest. This is the final turn, so... Maybe we should just play raw value here. I don't even know if I would think of it as a cultural thing. I generally
Trumpeter
think it
swan.
might just be an
Weighing over
outdated,
20 pounds. Trumpeter
very
swans are the heaviest bird in North America.
old-fashioned way of thinking. That's the way. Ultimate Warlock, how are you? Hello there.
Hello there.
We still don't have any of the damn bow nests. We have every other nest in the game. Not bow nest. Look at this now. The thing's over. Bow nest. End of... Oh, okay. It's fine. They just wait till now to give us cards with bows. I'm doing well. We're just winding down the last of the day with a bit of wingspan. I'm struggling at the moment to keep much comprehensive thought going. I feel like food is fine. We could possibly get 2 points out of food anyway. And we get a worm. So what do we actually need to play? The turkey would be so good. But we do need to develop the wetlands. Or rather, we could develop the wetlands, right? I think food and try and get the turkey out and then just lay eggs is my plan. An extra point? No extra point, but we do get the worm. Everyone gains a worm. Everyone gains an egg for that one bird nest I do not have. Wouldn't that be fun if... I only have myself to blame, don't I? How it works. We don't have a wheat, so we're going to use 2 of those and 2 of those. Then we're going to lay eggs, and we're going to keep spending
Wild
eggs
turkey.
from that
Wild turkeys were
starbird.
domesticated in the Americas before European contact.
Wanted to invite a friend in online mode, but wingspan, I assume, does not allow. Need to spend my karma trying to connect the same room. I thought... I'm pretty certain if they have the game, you can invite them through Steam. You cannot. You straight up cannot invite people through Steam. What about... invite anyone to play? That's remote play. That's side by side. You can use Steam remote play side by side. That's a bit dodgy. I've never really looked at that stuff. I've played mostly offline in Wingspan. I just like chilling out here. Chilling out in Wingspan is definitely my go-to. I feel like if I went online, all that's waiting for me in an online game of Wingspan is disappointment and being beaten 24/7. How does that work? Remote play? How do they play? Well, I suppose you could see their cards too, because you would just put 2 human players down. It's bizarre. I've never looked into the online stuff actually, so we have lay 1 egg. My turn. Lay 1 egg. We're going to spend the fishy, I think. Just to lay 4 eggs. No mouse. We have 2 turns left, right? I really think we're just gonna double down here. We're gonna just go nothing but egg. Nothing but egg, and then we're gonna try and roll these abilities. That's my play for the last 2 turns. 3 more eggs. I can't do it. Oh, get back. We can actually trade the worm. That works in our favor. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been getting really lucky with this tuck. No mouse. But hey, that's not the worst. That's a fair amount of cards and a fair amount of points we gained. We did trade off not having any birds developing in the wetlands, but I feel like the wetlands are a bit late to develop. You can't be digging for cards and then finding food and then playing them. Better to just sink what you've got. By round 4, you kind of just want to sink what you have. God, everyone else had so many more eggs than me. But hey, we won our first game. We won our first game. What is replay? I think replay is go again. 46 on cards alone. The turkey came in clutch. We had actually a fairly amount of decent birds. Both of these birds of prey were really good to get early on. I think it was the red-tailed hawk we had early on, and the Ferguson hawk was some of the 2 we had. But trumpeter swan, wild turkey especially, genuinely led to a lot of high value cards, I think. Because it genuinely doesn't look like I have a lot of development. Not one of my lanes is full of birds. Oh. There you go. It's a decent game to end on. I will have a look. I've never played online before. The game supports asynchronous gameplay, allowing you to close the game between your turns. Would you like to receive notifications in the Steam client when it is your turn? Yeah. crazy. Why not have the green bird? I like that one. I want to be that one. Asynchronous 72 hours per turn. That's crazy. Right, okay. Enter a player. They would have to have the game and make it accounts too, and you would have to invite not their Steam account, their Wingspan account? Okay, I'll have to test that, honestly. I have someone I can invite, and genuinely did give them the game to play with them. We just never got around to it. Invite a friend, invite a player. Oh, there we go. Let's dox everyone's accounts. Okay, well that works. And I assume they get the invite. Well, there you go. You? Okay. That's okay. That's not so bad. That's what I was hoping was still available. I'm fine with that. Because then just setting the rest of AI easy is fine. Although I do really wonder, like, you can't just have matchmake? You can't just fill in the blanks. Yeah, it's a fair point, not having the ability just to matchmake the rest of the game is interesting. Champ of the Birds, 137. Wow. Your active game 0 out of 10. This, I've never played online. This is actually kind of interesting. But that is, I could have left the game open there as background music. That's my bad. I didn't think that one through. You know what? We're gonna open this as background music. I'm not going to be streaming for much longer. Just running the outro now. We are going to see. I was going to raid Jonathan Raymaker. I don't know if he's still on, but I do have a backup plan. So while I get things sorted, enjoy the nice, beautiful tones of wildlife from Hunter Call of the Wild. The game in the background is Hunter Call of the Wild. It's a game I absolutely adore. Hunting part is gonna be up to personal taste. I have a weakness for anything with a leaderboard or a scoreboard. So if you give me some sort of rating system, any way to compete with people or show off how good I was, I have a weak spot for just showing off or trying to achieve perfect, you know, perfection. But there is a lot of story content in the game too, and only a minor part of it focuses on actual hunting. There is also the selling point that it is just great ambience to have on in the background. So I used to fall asleep with this game open. I would leave the menu here. So let me get rid of the background music. I would just have this running. I would then go lie down in bed and I would fall asleep with this. You would have the brass, the strings, and then occasionally you would have all the sounds of wildlife come through. Sometimes a deer or a bison would stomp by underneath the camera and you would hear them super loudly. And they are really loud and they would scare me sometimes while I was falling asleep. But it is such a cool game. Atmosphere-wise and genuinely, it's such a... You could honestly think of this game as a sightseeing... What is it? It's a landscape simulator. It is beautiful to look at, it is beautiful to listen to, and the hunting is entirely optional. Of course, unless you want to progress any of the story missions. If you want to progress story missions, it's a much less optional game. But thank you for tuning in. I'm going to We're gonna go back a little bit. We were streaming Valheim earlier in the night, and I'm going to throw you back to Valheim after our short break with me winding down. So thank you very much for everyone who followed. I do want to thank, let me make sure I remember, is it Joel? Rachel Leah Berry is the name. Ultimate Warlock, thank you for the follow. Octo, if you're still here, appreciate you. We love Octo. I hear she is also a bit of a variety streamer, so if she is still here, she has run away. We have no matches for Octo, but I can. Your name, you can't hide. Is that it? Did I type it? Yes, okay, that's Octo. She is great. She's part of our Friday sessions with Shield Maidens. We're running with a private Valheim server with girls only, no boys allowed. But no, it's been great fun. Thank you for cheering. Thank you for the 1 bit. I do really appreciate anyone. Just popping in and chatting is all I ask. I don't ask anything else. And thank you so much for hanging out. I'm going to throw you over to Tone Dust. He's playing solo. I think he said he's up to Yagluth in the title. But pop over there. Give him a hi. I do not have emotes. I was hoping desperately my emotes would be ready today. But unfortunately... Oh, the raid got cancelled. Or it's off? The raid is off. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm sorry if anyone left in the stream. It was a bit botched. I don't have emotes. I was gonna say the raid message is give him a big old friendly squawk. But it's a bit late for that now. We'll catch you later. It's a bit botched, but I gotta end. We're gonna go over to Tone Dust. Enjoy the rest of your night.